ghouls and gals. Welcome to my spooky book corner. That was so bad. Hi friends, I'm Erin Mack and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about books. Spooky books, but not scary books because I am a scaredy cat and I can't deal with any type of horror. This is my first video about books, but I love books. I love reading. I have a bookstagram, which is an Instagram about books. If you don't know, it's at the borrowed list because I get the majority of my books from the library. I read so much that it would be a very expensive habit to buy all the books that I wanted to read. So I get them from the library. Shout out to libraries. Woo-hoo. I mainly read fantasy books. I love YA and new adult. Even though I am neither of those things, I am at least an age, full-grown adult. So today I'm going to be giving my recommendations for spooky books that will get you into the Halloween or fall spirit. And I say spooky because I don't like scary things because my anxiety is scary enough for me. We're talking about magic, witches, ghosts, but not super scary murder. You know, fun things. The majority of my recommendations will be YA because that's just what I read the most in. Yeah, let's talk about it. So my first recommendation is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. It's their debut novel.
Yadriel wants to join his Latinx family in the family business of being a brujo, which is a sorcerer who helps spirits cross over. But his family won't accept him since he's trans. To prove himself and to solve a mystery, he performs a ritual and accidentally summons a ghost. Him and this new ghost boy have to solve the mystery before it's too late.
So we got a ghost love story. It's so good. It was cute and romantic, and you have representation, and set in a cemetery around Halloween. Is more about the beginning of Day of the Dead, but spooky vibes for sure. And oh my gosh, it made my heart ache in like the best way possible. And if you like, maybe not enemies to lovers, but reluctant allies to lovers, the banter is great. The love story is cute and romantic, and the mystery and the plot is so good. I definitely cried that like solitary tear and went down my face, but it was happy at the end. It was a happy solitary tear at the end. Our next rec is Serpent and Dove, and I feel like if you're on Bookstagram, you might have seen this a lot. This is the whole religion versus magic, and before anybody says anything, this is a fake religion and a fake magical world. Okay. A witch and a witch hunter bound in holy matrimony. There is only one way such a story could end: a stake and a match. A witch and a witch hunter get married, shenanigans ensue, basically. Creepy villains, creepy magic. What else do we have? We have enemies to lovers, which is like my favorite, and a badass heroine. Read it. I don't know. Okay, my next book is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. I don't have the physical copy with me because I read this online through my library. This is a similar vibe to Serpent and Dove, where you have religion versus magic. I actually liked Wicked Saints better than Serpent and Dove. This one definitely has another badass heroine. Even though I liked it better, the ending frustrated me. And I think I just need to read the second one, but I was just like, I'm sorry, what happened? Yeah, it definitely didn't end how I expected it to end, which is a good thing. I didn't see it coming. Kind of, yeah, but no spoilers, but I just have to read the second one. Okay, my next one is Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. Another one that I read online through the library.
A girl who is secretly a gumiho saves a boy and loses her fox speed or gumiho soul in the process. She has to figure out a way of getting it back while also falling in love.
I really like this. It's set in Korea and it has a monster from their folklore called gumiho. I probably butchered that, but it's basically a fox who kind of has the powers of a vampire, like sucks out your energy type thing. And you have spooky forest, you have a monster, you have a love interest, and it kind of reads like a K-drama. And so if you like that, you're really gonna like this. I thought it was super fun and a little creepy, but not at all, which is perfect. Oh, and there's a little twist at the end, which I am always a fan of. Okay, my next two recommendations are both from Margaret Rogerson. Enchantment of Ravens doesn't have anything spooky about it. It's fantasy with fairies or the fae. It just has all the autumn fall vibes. The main character has to team up with the Autumn Prince, and so of course you have like fall leaves and crows and spooky forests. Again, there's a lot of spooky forest books in this list. I really like this because it was a fluffy, easy read that will give you all of the fall vibes, which I think is great for a weekend cozied up with a PSL. My other book from hers is Sorcery of Thorns. Of course, you have enemies to lovers. I really like this love story. It was cute. But you have demons, you have books that come to life, basically a librarian. And if you love to read, it's really fun to see characters express their love for books just like you. And I don't know, it was a cute read, even though it's about demons, but it's fine. Now, if you just want to read about magic with like kind of a creepy vibe, but not really, I suggest Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab.
Kel, who is the only magician in his world, can travel between parallel Londons. In one of these different Londons, he meets up with Lila, a thief who dreams of more. They must stop a dark magic that's starting to rise.
It's like one of my favorite series, and I just love it so much. So anytime I get to recommend it, I will. Another one is Song of Blood and Stone by L. Penelope. Basically, this girl has to team up with who she thinks is a spy to save their country against this evil force that's like darkness that's coming in, and she also has magical powers. This is actually new adult, I would say, because there's a love story that gets a little steamy, just a little, which I think is great. The world building is fascinating. I don't know, it's magic. It also deals with racism, even though it's in a fantasy world, it's super relevant. Okay, and the last recommendation on this list is a scary book, and when I say scary, I found it scary, which probably no one else would. House of Salt and Sorrow by Aaron A. Craig. And I have the book cover here because I was using it as decoration, so just don't be too weirded out about it. This is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses story. I actually thought this was just like a fun fairy tale retelling, and I didn't know it was gonna be scary, and it was. Like, there's this scene that genuinely scared me, and I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but like I had to put the book down because I knew I was going to have nightmares and I had to come back to it. It was creepy AF. But other than that, I liked it. Those are all my recommendations. My TBR or to be read list this month. I'm going to read the Wicked Saints sequel, which is, I actually don't know, Wicked Gods. Also, Song of Wraith and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. And that's like magic with a threat of murder. I've been wanting to read it for so long, and it's finally come up on my library holds list. It's finally available after like 10 weeks. So I'm gonna read that. I'm super excited. Honestly, anything by V.E. Schwab. I really want to get The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Hey, look, I got it. Yay! I love her writing and seen that book everywhere, and I'm just really excited to read her new one. And also Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder. Probably not that spooky, but it has poison in it, so I can only take so many scary things, okay? So those are my recommendations, and that's my own personal TBR list. Let me know your own recommendations in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to see, you know, more book videos. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Bye! Book vibes. Fall spooky book vibes?
What are you saying? Fall spooky what?
Book vibes. And that was like not what I meant to say.
Spooky book vibes.
Well, I don't really want to say vibes.
Spooky books.
Yeah. Spooky books that'll get you in the Halloween spirit.
Spooky books that'll give you the goosebumps.
So today we're going to be talking about
spooky bugs that'll give you the goosebumps.
Spooky bugs, that's what you said.
Spooky bugs.
Spooky bugs. So today we're going to be talking about spooky books that will get you into the... Stop! This is why I don't want to film with you here!
It's just the way you were fanning your sweater was like you were reading a romance novel.
I do read those. Ooh, romance.
Do declare! Down the slopes.
Oh my gosh, will you let me film this video?
I'm working!
So annoying. What was I talking about? I don't even know. Spooky book vibes.
But you don't want to say vibes.
So today,
Literally didn't even look
I know. My husband is giving me trouble.
Like any good character in a romance novel. Will they, won't they?
We already have.